We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Tuesday to ya. Are you ready for a great day? You are? Oh my God, we got a big show today. We have a lot to talk about. We're talking about crazy-ass streamers. We're talking about crazy-ass people. We're talking about crazy-ass internet. That is Side Scrollers on a day-to-day basis. Guys, if I could just stop the music down for a second. I wanted to fill you guys in on something. Blabs and Phoenix are in the same room. And I want to introduce Blabs by herself. But I can't because Phoenix is next to her. So everyone put your hands together. For Blabs. Oh.
We just pushed him out of the way.
And Phoenix, everybody. There he is. Look at them. Look at that.
Hi. Just shove.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
How's
you
the
have
Rumble?
any tacos for Tuesday?
Well, I'm sorry, what?
You have any tacos for Tuesday?
Taco. Well, as long as they don't have cucumbers in them, Blabs, I'm good with that.
Why?
We've
It's refreshing.
been well established why we don't do tacos on cucumbers on tacos. Well established.
No,
not
it's
refreshing.
real. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
How's Rumble treating you guys?
It's good. It's good. Michael did a nice setup today again.
Good. Yeah, it looks nice and professional. Very very clean.
And
How
he
wonderful.
matches. Did you do it on purpose?
Yes, I did it on purpose. I'm wearing Rumble green today, everybody.
Simp.
Yeah,
Oh,
simp,
absolutely.
simp.
No, with the hat, the green, everything.
That's awesome. That's really really good.
Gay!
It's true.
Yep.
It's true. Speaking of super gay, joining us today, Leaflit.
What's up? What's up, you guys? How's it going?
How are you?
I was about to say that, like, the in real life stuff is scandalous. How could you be in the same room in real life? That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a nice machine you got back there. You just get that?
Me?
AI.
Yeah, you.
What
NBA
machine are you
Jam.
talking about? Oh, NBA Jam. This is the greatest video game of all time, right here.
I know.
Well,
Did
one
you
of
just
them.
get that?
No. I've had it's always been off camera a little bit. So
Oh, it's always
yeah.
there.
Got
Leaflet just
nighttime on
never
it, too.
noticed.
we'll see. It's kind of off a little bit, and I moved my camera over. See, usually it's like right there, so
Mhm.
you couldn't really see it, but now you can. So yeah, I know. I depending on the day, and this is like a little tiny little lore builder, which nobody's ever noticed ever, and it's really. Why would you know? But depending on the day and my mood, it depends on the game that I put playing in the background.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I just whenever I'm in a good mood, I put NBA Hang Time on because I like NBA Hang Time. It's great. So yeah,
You do
it's
the
awesome.
little intro thing, the song.
NBA. What's that? With
That
Hang
one,
Time?
that's the right. That's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one.
Hang Time, right? Yeah. You know what's even better? Leaflit.
What's
I
up?
know the entire halftime rap to that song.
Wait, really?
Well, let's do it. I would
Let's
like to
do
hear
it.
that right now.
Okay, hold on. You want me to actually do it real quick?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up because I know it's there. Let's see, Hang Time.
Wait, so do you
halftime.
like Hang Time over NBA Jam?
I think it's a better game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's get this thing going. If you guys really want now, there's going to be a little delay, but I'll sing it for you guys.
That
Why
makes
not?
it even better.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Let's see if we can play this. Leaflet, you know what's going on right here, right? you know the song's about to.
This game was so, why don't they make a new one of this? Like, this game was so awesome. Like, both of them were.
Dude, listen, I have been going down the NBA Jam rabbit hole over the last month and a half on YouTube. Do you know how many people make videos about NBA Jam? Tons.
Really?
Yes. Hold on. Before I do some sweet rapping for you guys. I found a channel that has like 700 subscribers, and all he does is talk about classic arcade sports games. It's so good, and he just sits there and it's the best. I love everything about
that's
it.
actually pretty sweet. Yeah, they like do it like NFL Blitz and all that stuff.
Yes, he talks about he's gone game by game through both the NBA and football, like starting from arch rivals and NBA Jam all the way through NBA. Yes, he just did a video on NBA Showtime. And like I sit there and I just sit there and I'll watch for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of them just like, yeah, this is just good. I like this NBA Jam, NBA
You know what
Showtime
game does not get love is Wayne Gretzky hockey for N64.
I was literally about to talk about that.
Pretty good.
Nobody actually played hockey in that game though. It was basically, I remember people just beat the crap out of each other in the game. They didn't actually play hockey.
You're right. It got that in MLB Slugfest, the arcade midway games that got swept under the rug because NBA Jam and NFL Blitz were so stinking good. Yeah. But yes, you're right. Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey and MLB Slugfest, both just Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey, maybe one of the best hockey games ever made.
Yes. And people, it got lost in the shuffle because it was on the N64, and N64 was not known for its sports because everyone was going to Sega and stuff for that. So it got lost. But I would always tell people like it's actually a NBA Jam-esque ice hockey game. It's a pretty good one.
Yes, it is. Like it's done by Midway. It was done. All the people who needed to be associated with this were there. I want
to play it now.
Yeah, there.
Wow.
Stolen.
It even has Tim Kitzrow as the voiceover guy.
Yeah.
Right. It's so good. So good. And it gets right into it. Goal. Next go. Drop the puck. Let's go. It had the it's easy to follow the puck. See how smart they were? They got the flashing puck. This game was awesome. Anyways. All right, you guys.
On the topic of sports games, it just kind of awoke in a dark memory where I remember my dad was really into football. So he got like this, Madden, like for like was it 64 or something like that? Like Madden. And I would try to play with my dad, but I didn't know anything about football. And I would always just use Hail Mary because I thought God would be on my side if I did that.
That's awesome. And rarely ever was he on you, huh?
Your dad's like, God damn it! God damn it! Always picking that fucking Hail Mary. God.
I didn't know what anything meant. It was just a bunch of lines and X's. Like, what does this mean? I don't know.
If you don't know what you're looking at when it comes to plays in football, it's very confusing. Like, why is this one squiggly and why is this one turning? And it's very confusing for sure. Well, that was a good way for me. Do you guys want to hear me rap?
I do, yes.
All right, fine. I'll bust out the rap here for you guys. Let's see if I can remember the whole thing. Let's go. By the way, question for the chat today. What is the best sports game of all time?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, wow.
Mega Man Soccer.
Yeah.
What? No way. Hold on. Stop. What? Mega Man Soccer?
I love Mega Man Soccer.
Mega Man Soccer is a big pile of dog shit.
What the dog shit?
It's like they took the most generic soccer game of all time and just threw a bunch of robot masters in it. I'm not even say robot, just a bunch of robit masters.
But you could shoot each other. That was kind of cool.
It was one of those games where if you picked one character, it was 4 different characters on the screen because you couldn't select individuals. Like there's, soccer, you play 11 on 11, right? So if you pick 3 different characters, you go, well, I want to play as Mega Man. I want to play as Fireman. I want to play as Toadman, right? And then there's like 4 random Mega Mans on the screen and 2 random Toadmen on the screen. It didn't make any sense at all. It was lackluster, Leaflit. Lackluster.
I loved it. But I'm not really that big on actually I take it back. Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color was the best one. It was the RPG.
Oh, wow.
The RPG Mario Tennis.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a deep cut. No, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yeah, it was an RPG. Like it had stats and everything. Like
on the Game Boy?
Game Boy, yeah, the original Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, all right. I didn't even know there's an RPG Mario Tennis.
Yeah, that game was the best. And you could port your character to the N64 version if you had the little controller. You know the thing where you put the cart into the controller, and then yeah. It had like unique characters too. Like you leveled up, and then like it would actually port your actual character into it.
Is this it right here?
Yeah. It was
Really?
really good actually. You had like your own character.
Wow.
Your Mario World OC, and then you leveled up. You got like you could choose where you put your stats and stuff. Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
tell you
game was
something now.
good.
Tennis games, like there's a like Super Tennis on the Super Nintendo. Phenomenal tennis game. Virtual tennis. Great tennis game. Tennis games are really fun. I know at their core, Pong is just tennis, right? It was virtual tennis when it came to Pong. But there's just something fun about hitting a ball back and forth. And if you play a good tennis game that has the ability to change your shots and do drop shots and stuff, listen, that's peak video game right there. You can throw all your Fortnite invasions and all your Call of Duty Beavis and Buttheads in there all day long. Just give me a good drop shot over the net and I'm good. Well,
Leaflit, have you ever played Golf Story?
Is that Pangya?
It's just called Golf Story. You might like that because it's a golf
story,
but it's an RPG. I recommend that to
have not.
everyone.
That
Even if you don't
sounds
like
great,
RPGs, it's actually a good game.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Well,
check it out.
All right. I guess I should have monetized this a little bit better as far as me rapping today. But that's okay. We're just gonna go straight into it. And by the way, speaking of monetizing, we encourage you guys to we'll get to the plus stuff here.
Why don't you give a taste? You give a little taste, and then maybe at the end of the show, you complete it after X amount of whatever we need.
Attaboy.
There
we go. All right. I'll do the first little bit. Here we go. Leaflet, do you know it as well?
I don't know.
Oh, dang. All right, here we go.
But I kind of remember it.
Yeah, baby. Oh, I gotta wait one more. You gotta get into it because we're changing our characters here. Yeah, let's go.
You know what I mean?
Wait. What you doing? We're not there yet.
Come through bang.
Oh, there it is. You gotta do the intro.
What you wanna do?
We are so gonna get flagged for this. I just realized
It's old.
This is the best. Look, they give you 30 seconds of music before we even got into the this is, you got to remember, this is at the halftime show of NBA Hang Time here. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Anything goes on the court, I've never been beat. Beauty only skin deep, I like the rim 10 feet. You can't stop me, your game looks sloppy. You need more practice, maybe you like this. To enjoy the game by midway, I can drive around you, even shoot a trait. A 3-point threat, no sweat, you can bet. Back you down and fade away all net. Hang time.
Oh my God, I'm a fucking loser. I felt pretty good about that for not doing that in 15
Make you
years.
think of good times, though. Good times, good times.
Yes.
I want you to go to the hood, blasting that out of your car stereo.
You'd be like, what's up,
By the way,
kids?
Craig, say hi to Michael. He's right above us right now.
All right. Maybe I should rework that a little bit. Maybe if you ever do like a side scrollers event where we invite people there, I'll just get on stage at halftime and just rap that out.
Just start rapping.
That's right. I can go bring out my old alias DJ Crazy Craig and get out
Dizzy Craig, DJ
No,
Dizzy Craig.
DJ Crazy Craig, man. No, that was a thing back 15 years ago.
Now you're just Dizzy.
You could be the musical act for the Game Awards. It's the real Game Awards. That's it.
Yeah, forget about Meg and Cecil and Lady Desiree. No. We got Crazy Craig rapping with his boombox.
Get out DJ
That's
Hero.
what the youth want to see.
Every subscription has been returned.
The idea of
redeem.
the idea of halftime at the Real Game Awards is me just playing DJ Hero is actually really funny.
Yes, please.
All right. Look, we have a big show today. Obviously, Michael is hovering over.
Yeah, he's trying to boost our audio so we can hear you better.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We're going to get into the insane pathetic issues that Twitch is having right now with the streamers. Get your streamers on a leash here, Twitch. All right, we got to figure out a solution for this. But the majority of today's show, I think, is going to be talking about Leaflit's viral interview that you did the other day. We're going to get to that very early.
That's good.
Very, very early. I do have some classic N64 commercials that I wanted to share with y'all at the tail end of this, which I figured
Michael, everyone say thank you to Michael. Say hi.
Appreciate you, Chad.
Anyway, hi. Sorry, Craig. Keep going.
Okay. I also got on X yesterday. Damn parody accounts got me. Got. So look, big show today. Glad you're with us. If you're new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button over on YouTube. 135,000 just normal men who have found us over there. And join the nearly 29,000 who have found us over on Rumble. If you're popping in for the first time, we'd love for you guys to hit the follow button, as we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time, till roughly 1-ish, till we decide we want to wrap up. Yesterday, I know a lot of people really took advantage of the greatest promo code in history for Side Scrollers Plus. That was DEAL. Now, unfortunately, it's gone. You cannot use that anymore. I warned you, it's gone. You can no longer use promo code DEAL. All right. But you can still become a member of Side Scrollers Plus, because the reason why Blabs and Phoenix are sitting there in the Rumble studio right now is because this weekend we have, bam, Queen of the Wii, a Side Scrollers Plus special event. You can see the ladies on screen. You see Kay, you see Meg, you see Blabs, and you see the stock promo footage of Dez right there in the background. I got to get a better picture of it. Oh, that's great. That is happening this Saturday. And we are going to have a big pre-show for this thing starting in the afternoon, which is going to be available for everybody. And during that time, as part of that pre-show, think of it like we got this big ass house we're going to be out of. So we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. Blabs, do you remember one of the things we're going to be doing while we're there?
Can I say? Like, actually?
Yeah.
Spelling bee.
That's right. We're going to be doing the first ever Blabs spelling bee, which is going to be spectacular. And
let's go. Spell aggressive.
What, spell aggressive or just spelling aggressive?
No, spell it. Because that's the word I messed up in the 5th grade. Redemption arc. Here it goes.
Will she win another Sunday? That's what everyone wants to know.
Sunday. What are you doing, Craig? Oh, the Wii Fit board. Let's go.
And we're going to put all the ladies on the Wii Fit board. It sounds really bad. And
as we guess their weight.
That's right. We're going to guess all their weights. No. By the way, guess how much this was?
$50?
$30.
$19.99.
No, they're kind of expensive now.
Nope. $20.
Really?
Now I just got to find a way to get it to Florida. That's all. So
did you test it and make sure it works?
Absolutely not.
Maybe you should test it. Like put batteries in it and test it out.
Maybe.
That would be a smart idea.
No.
I'm just saying that sounds like a smart idea. Instead of if it's not working and you just like brought that big ass thing across the country.
Like the guy did one of these when I bought it. He goes, and he flipped it over and he opened this. He opened it and he goes, and he's like, he did one of these and he shut it and he's like, all right. And that was.
You know what was hilarious about that thing?
What's that?
Do you remember like your appearance was tied to like what score you got on that thing? So it would just be like you have all your friends and it would just be like fat. Like, it would be there on the screen with like
Blabs.
everyone else's little like me's.
Straight up traumatized Blabs for the longest time. She was really upset that that the Wii Fit kept calling her fat.
Yeah, dude, I would be so tiny when I was a kid, and then like you step on it, it's like, oh, I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
I don't know anyone that wasn't considered fat on it.
Yeah.
Everyone was considered fat on it.
I think it was because it was from Japan, and everyone in Japan's a lot skinnier, right? So they're like, you're overweight for your size.
Well, anyways, we're going to be doing with the Wii balance board and the Wii. We are also going to be doing, similar to White Tyson that we had over the Fundathon, we are also going to be doing a Wii Punch-Out Challenge before the Queen of the Wii event. So make sure you guys tune in. That'll be on Rumble. It'll be pretty much everywhere. I think it's going to be everywhere but YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that the Punch Out on Wii, it's all motion control, including your body. So that's what we're going to be using that balance board for the Fit board there.
Yeah.
You can dodge and weave and all that shit in box. It's amazing. It's a good game.
So good. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
All right. Glad you're with us today. Make sure you guys hit the follow button, subscribe, become a member of Side Scrollers Plus, because once again, Queen of the Wii this weekend. Also, update on the Real Game Awards. We'll have categories for you guys extremely soon here in the next day or so. We're literally finalizing those this afternoon. So we'll have full categories open, which very, very excited for that. The Real Game Awards is indeed happening at the tail end of February. Looking forward to that. People go, why are you doing it so late? It's award season. I'm like, the response is very simple. Why would you give out awards to games that you either haven't played or didn't come out in 2025, right? Like the entire idea of the award show is that we're doing games that were released from January 1 to December 31st. So I don't want to like shortchange the games that come out on December 29th. You know what I mean? So that's why the award show for 2025 is happening in February. So we can get it all planned and ready to go. So anyways, there we go. We always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So, Blabs, are you ready for today?
Are you ready, bro?
Never.
Today in Gaming History with Blabs.
That's me.
Okay, Blabs, what do we got today?
I just want to point out that when the thing did the whole explosion, this one let out a fake raspberry at the same time.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
was beautiful. It was like the surround sound system over here. All right, December 2nd, everybody. Revenge of Shinobi, released in 1989. We have TMNT Tournament Fighters, released in 1993. And then Quake III, or 3 Arena, released in 1999. Ta-da!
Okay.
This is not that bad a list. And Craig, I think you'd agree that Shinobi game has some of the best Genesis music on there. One of the best. Like probably top 5, top 10.
Allow me, Phoenix, to burst your bubble and let you know that there is no good Genesis music, as it all sounds like. Leaflit, your thoughts on the 3 games that Blabs chose today? Any memories on those?
Actually, no. It's the first time.
I do.
I don't know. I haven't played any of them. Well, Quake was always pretty big. I know a lot of people played that. It just wasn't really my thing.
Well, Arena was like the big multiplayer Quake.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've seen people playing that. It's crazy.
The other 2 games, like even the Ninja Turtles game, not that great a game, but we all as Ninja Turtle fans, we desperately wanted it to be good. So you just kind of just forgive it a lot and pretend it was a new Street Fighter. And a lot of people don't know that actually had an NES port. Like that game's like a lot of money now because it came out right at the end of the NES life cycle, and it's actually not that bad.
So TMNT Tournament Fighters, little known fact about that is while it is released on the Genesis December 2nd, it was actually released on the Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES. I think it had a different game for every single console that it was on. So like you just don't see that very much anymore. I think it was all done through different developers and such. So yes, the NES version, by the way, the idea of having a decent fighting game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, pretty amazing. You know, by the way, the loose price for TMNT on the NES, just buying the loose price of it is $220. So pretty damn good. If you can get it in box, it's almost $900 right now. Yeah, so the Super Nintendo version is $122 in box. So fun stuff. Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, here on Today in Gaming History. Breath of Fire 2 for the Super Nintendo. A lot of people love Breath of Fire. A lot of people enjoy it. Samurai Showdown 2 right here. Street Racer for the Super Nintendo. Any Samurai Showdown is a big one, especially any Neo Geo game, by the way. Let's see. Legend of Dragoon released for the PlayStation. Yeah, all right.
The Quake III Arena.
I always appreciate that your counter is always but and then insert game you put in.
But it works.
Not really. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for the PlayStation. Oh, Pikmin was released for the GameCube 24 years ago. Man, intro to RTS. I think that's what Pikmin is for a lot of people. The real-time strategy games. You guys big on Pikmin?
Nope.
No, but I would have put that just for its relevance, like its gaming history reasons. I would have put that instead of Quake Arena, because Quake Arena was a good game, but it wasn't. By the time it came out, it wasn't groundbreaking. Pikmin has a huge cult following. I'm not one of those people that likes it, but people who love Pikmin love Pikmin. It has a die-hard fan base.
I agree. Leaflit, you ever got any time with Pikmin or any of the? What are they up to? Pikmin 4 now or something?
I only played the first one. I thought it was okay. It wasn't
I think
like
there's 3.
There's 4.
wasn't like the
There's
best
4?
thing ever. It wasn't the worst. It was okay.
I just remember blowing that damn whistle. Get all the little Pikmin following you around. Then they go and they get over there. Yeah, and you're right, Phoenix. There's definitely a following for Pikmin. Is there also a following for WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii? Man, that game is fun as shit. Hold on, Blabs. You sound like you're underwater.
Wii Play? That was like the throwaway one.
I like the Wii Play. It has the pool one. That's pool table game in there with the music. Yeah.
You also missed the reboot of Prince of Persia, which people
But
loved.
so did everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? I thought people love Prince of Persia, the reboot.
No, the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, that trilogy people loved. This was the reboot after that.
Oh, this was really?
Yeah.
Shit, the reboot of the reboot. All right.
Yeah.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom. This was a big question mark for me, as I didn't even know who Tatsunoko was.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It's like old anime slash sort of thing. Yeah, it was pretty big in the arcade though. When I remember when it came out.
Yes, yeah, and when you look at the gameplay of it, it's actually pretty fun looking for the time. I did not get a whole lot of time because I didn't know who the characters were, but like I had no idea who. Like the fact this was a Wii game, of all things, you had Beautiful Joe, and I don't even know who Ken the Eagle was, but this looked really, really cool when it came out.
Yeah.
From GeForce.
From
This is
GeForce.
from GeForce. You remember
Okay.
GeForce?
No, I don't. What is GeForce?
It's like an old cartoon.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not familiar with the Tatsunoko catalog of characters here. So, but yeah, this was in blistering 480p when it came out, which I thought was pretty fun. Had tag.
I like the art style though. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I played it a couple times. Here you go. Look at this big ass thing that you're fighting here. I thought that was pretty cool. The idea that this guy scales and everyone gets smaller because of it. I thought that was really, really fun. So anyways, that came out. Tatsunoko versus Capcom Blabs. He didn't get that one.
Yeah, but I forgot Wii Play, and that's pretty upsetting because even chat was saying it too. That tank game was pretty good in that one too. And then the cow one, where you run like with the cow and you gotta lift up the remote and everything. Oh, that's a good one too.
It's always the
Cows
cows.
don't move.
Always the cows. Monkeys and cows on the show. It's crazy how that works
You're
out.
welcome.
And you liked WarioWare Smooth Moves. Like for me, the original WarioWare is the best one. Like you can't beat that one. And then everything else than that kind of paled in comparison for me.
Yeah, anytime you have an opportunity to bust out your Wii and do little wiggle waggles and stuff, and I remember I have some nostalgia for that game. I remember going to LA, actually E3 for the first time. That was the first time I went to E3 in 2006, and I went there with a couple friends, including James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, and we went there, and I remember James playing WarioWare Smooth Moves and being like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, so it was just one of those nostalgic things for me. Ties into memories. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix released for the PlayStation 3. Pikmin Picross. What the? Japan only, right there.
Pokemon.
Oh, that's what I'm sorry. Pokemon Picross. Yeah. And let's see. The Callisto. I remember this was supposed to be a big deal.
Yeah, but it fell short. Like it was a big to do. They had that big name actor, and I forgot his name. But it kind of just fell short. It just died out. It was a big. Everyone was talking about it. Then it came out and just kind of was a dud.
All right. Well, there's today in gaming history. Congratulations,
All right,
Blabs.
how'd I do, boss?
Well, don't talk to me. Let the chat. The chat is the one who decides.
I thought you were gonna rate it.
No, the chat rates it on a day-to-day basis, not me.
Everybody rates it.
I would have taken Arena out, put Pikmin in there. I think everything else. You could make the argument to get rid of the Ninja Turtles one, but for me, I actually like that it's there. That was kind of a fun niche little game. So I would have just put in Pikmin there. So I give this a B+.
Well, I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
Now she's pissed. Congratulations. Aramis came in with the 5, just with some highs. Hello, good to see you. Hey, Aramis, good to see you. Mercenary says, I sent you on social a picture of what I'm getting. Please send it to Rumble. I can't buy Rumble Rants again. If I get even one lag, I can't buy help. Mercenary, tag Rumble on it. You can tag on social. Please do. They'll see it. Weissman says, hey, Leaf, did you pull for Halloween Rice Shower and Super Creek, or are you saving for pulls of
Kita-san Black? I've had Kita-san Black max since the beginning. I'm waiting for Fine Motion. I'm gonna max Fine Motion, so I'm not pulling them.
Mark Diaz came in with the 20. Says Leaflit is correct. Mega Man, go Leaf. Thank you, Mark. Fashizi says L take. Mega Man Soccer's peak gaming. Let's go back and give it a try. Just tell me how good it really is.
Do you like it better than Strikers, Leaf?
I didn't really play Strikers.
Oh, okay. I would play Strikers.
I heard it was good though. I heard.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Let me see if I can find it. I just feel like you need to go back and look at the gameplay of it and be like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's a big bag of shit now.
Boss says Trials Evolution, extreme sports games are the best. Yeah, I agree. I want to play games that are over the top and ridiculous. Zachary says, I love the GBA Mario Tennis Power Tour. A lot of fun hours playing that. Tons of mini games and love the map designs. Thanks, Zachary. Appreciate that. Commodore fan says Tecmo Super Bowl and Blades of Steel on the NES. Play them all the time with my 2 bros on rainy days. I also love me some Neo Turf Masters on Neo Geo. Let's go.
Blades of Steel, classic.
I did see, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I did see that Blades of Steel came out today as well. I saw that on X.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that had to be on the list. I would have put that instead of Ninja Turtles if that's the case.
Blabs, now you're disappointing Phoenix, and he's right there next to you. There it is. Let's see. I'm looking for it right here. December. Yeah. Here it is right here. Courtesy of, well, it just says December. It just says December. Yeah. It just says December 1988. So maybe it'll show up here in the next few days.
And a quick, real fast, Mario Lemieux Hockey also doesn't get enough love on the Genesis. Give that one a try as well. Really good game as well.
Okay. C. Thomas says, Craigathy did the rap so well that he deserves an impasse for free. Mahong. Thank you. Appreciate that. I am a rap master. That's right. Sure. I'll give it up for our kick lava. Hippie Tree Hugger came in with 500 kicks. Says Tecmo Bowl, best football game of all time. Let's go. Thank you so much. Tecmo Bowl is a good one. Mercenary gifted a Rumble Premium. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We'd love to see those. And that will have somebody watching Queen of the Wii this weekend with that. Darian says, yesterday morning, I went to the bathroom after a lady friend had been there, lifted the toilet seat and noticed a spider chilling underneath it. Kind of ruined the aforementioned lady friend's day when I told her about it. Quite unfortunate after making her by celebrating the end of No Nut November with her. Congratulations, Tenarian. You won.
What if it crawled up there and laid eggs?
Why did you speak out loud?
All right. He also says, Tenarian says, I love Revenge of Shinobi, racist Chinatown music, legally distinct comic book and action movie ripoff bosses, dominatrix assassins dressed as nuns. What's not to like? Thanks, Tenarian. Appreciate that. And we have also this from a Commodore fan says, I played Quake 3 like crazy senior year of high school with friends, taking my PC to their house for weekend lands and good memories, learning to make custom runs of Cat5 cable to reach across the house. Yeah, man, good times.
Unreal Tournament was better, though, in my opinion.
All right, we'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. We got a lot to talk about, and glad you're with us. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button wherever you're tuning in. helps engagement and stuff. We got a ton of you guys watching over on YouTube, literally a ton of you guys. So if you guys would do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button, make it a part of your routine on a day-to-day basis. We'd appreciate that. With that said, friends, it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
The big news today starts and stops with our friend on the show. Leaflit, you had a big interview recently, which kind of went a little viral, which was very exciting to see. Why don't you tell us a little about that?
Oh man, I mean, people are very, very mad.
Why is it so mad at you?
Oh, I had a conversation with a trans person, and everyone's mad at me now.
Everybody is?
Yeah, a little bit on both sides, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like one of those songs of like everybody hates Leaflit now?
Yeah.
Everybody hates Leaflit.
That's right. Well, we always talk about how it's great to have conversations about things with people that you don't necessarily agree with or align with, and you actually did that. I very much commend both of you for doing this. I think this is a wonderful thing. Now, what's been interesting is I've seen people who are fans of yours who are like, how can you platform this person? And I've seen people who are fans of them saying, how can you platform Leaflit? And you see it from both sides.
Yeah.
So when did y'all set this up?
Well, we had a kind of I reacted to a video. So it was about Straub and Rev. I know they're you know them. You guys are friends with them.
Yeah.
Basically, the person Nyara was going after Straub because Straub made a post about and I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I don't really remember the quote, but it was something along the lines of that she doesn't hate trans people, but she doesn't really agree and thinks that it's not really good for them. Something along those lines.
That is a controversial take, apparently.
Yeah, and then people basically, basically Nara was saying, again paraphrasing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it was something along the lines that she's groomed, and like she's a bad person and all of that, and so I basically made a video about it, defending Straub, and then they got mad, so I totally misrepresented them. And then I was like, okay, well, let's talk about it then, I guess.
Okay.
I said, we can talk about it on stream if you want. And then, it could be completely neutral because then you can stream it, I can stream it. And then, we could just talk about why you think that. We barely got into it, actually, in the conversation. It went all over the place, to be honest. It was like 4 hours long.
Yeah, I tuned in for about 45 minutes, and I just want to say you are a saint, because I was literally yelling at my monitor like a lot of people were, because you were so calm during the conversation. And look, we've done interviews where people say the same thing to us, right? And I understand that during, while this is happening, you have a lot of things going on in your brain. Why don't you walk us through? You said you what was the logic you had here with this? You said you were going to, before the show.
Yeah. So basically, my entire goal, I guess, going into it was, listen, I'm going to be as reasonable as possible. And I'm even going to make some concessions. And if you think that is bigoted, hateful, like literally the worst, then you're not targeting me. You're targeting like 90% of people. And that was kind of like my goal, was to take a position that was like really difficult to it was basically very reasonable, and it was to make it so that I mean, it doesn't matter unless you have like 100% obedience, then it's there's no agreement to be had.
I think that's the one thing that I picked up on it as well, was you either agree 100% with them or you're a horrible person.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we've constantly heard over and over again, is like, my cardinal sin is I know what a man is and I know what a woman is. I said that on the show many, many times. And because of that, I have been, I've had old friends and colleagues who want nothing to do with me anymore because I know biological facts. And you brought this up several times during the interview, and they went out. I think for me, as I listened to this, it comes down to something very, very simple. There is abject changes to words and the definitions of those words, right? When you say, "Hey, you're a boy," you say, "Well, that's someone with a penis," and they go, "Well, is it?" And that's at its core. That's really what it comes down to. Is there's just disagreement at the most basic level, which ultimately allows things to tree off and spawn all sorts of other arguments. But it's a very fundamental definitional difference.
Well, the problem is, what is language but for communication? And if like words don't mean anything anymore, then how do you even talk to people about anything? And it's kind of like, and I think that's my problem with the whole thing. And here's the thing is, even if I were to accept, like, okay, there's a difference between like gender and sex, right? Like maybe the gender is something societally, something in your mind, something like that, right? We still need a word to describe like the biological reality, because how else can we describe it? And that's kind of my point, is that what are you talking about when you like, if a person is trans, and even if we were to accept the premise that they could transition, shouldn't there be a thing to describe like the state at which they began? How would you be able to describe that if the language is so muddy? I guess is my point.
So there's been a lot of reaction to this online, and some people have, I see this. Gang Hemlock says Leaf played it as the best she could, right? And there's been a lot of that, right? And then there's some people who just think you're insane, right? And we're going to get to some of those clips as well. But this has been a lot of the response here. So watch 5 minutes, and I was done. How do you say this? Nyara,
Nyara, I believe.
Nyara is a trauma-driven ideologue with a martyr complex. Any kind of concession, discussion, or appeal to reason can never work, viewing everything through a personal and emotional lens. Every debate is a fight for survival and social validation right here. So is that how you felt as you were in the middle of it?
Yeah, and I think that kind of is the issue. Is this is how it feels like to me, and maybe you could tell me how you feel about this, but it feels like to me that the entire exercise is really an exercise in what's the word? Like a sense of it's basically a lack of self-esteem, basically. And it's kind of like you're forced to participate in like the boosting of that. And yeah, I'm not like a big fan of that. I think
it's not healthy for anybody.
Yeah. I think that validation should come from yourself. And it's the only way you can be happy, because like and here's the problem is, like, say like your entire self-value, self-worth is based on how people perceive you. The problem is, even if you got 99% of people to perceive you that way, all it takes is one person to be like, no thanks, sir. And it's like, it's over. Like your entire ivory tower, it crumbles.
Did you at any point ask them about, is it a guy who transitioned to a girl? Is that what the idea is here?
For Nyara?
Yeah. It's a guy who says she's a girl. Okay, I got it. Okay. Did you ask Nyara about Nyara's relationship with Nyara's parents?
I did not, actually. I did not go into that.
That's one of the first things that I would ask. Hey, what do you think of your dad? Or does your dad love you? Does your mom love? That's where I would start with. I would like, what's your relationship look like? Because I think a lot of folks, you talk about it being a security thing, a validation thing. A lot of it stems from them not getting validation from their parents. I'm
not. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really.
Azara says Craig Ocko did. Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen that, but we saw this. Curious. I'm convinced this is the moment Leaflit started regretting the whole thing, and I don't blame her, honestly. Let's go and watch this. Then I want to know if you actually regretted any of it. Let's see what happened here.
You could say that like intersex women who have like an
eye
influx
twitch.
in testosterone are 9% faster on average than cis women, so they should also be banned. So you're just
Okay,
you do not have
in our
problems
thing,
with
in our
that.
thing.
So it's really frustrating for me because
Let's
you're trying
assume
to,
there's
like,
no
find a
intersex women.
justification
Let's assume there's no
to-
intersex women. Let's just assume
Yeah,
for the
but they
hypothetical that they don't exist.
exist.
For the hypothetical,
So this right here, your face right here. Are you thinking through things, or are you going through immense regret? As
multiple things. I always do. I always try to think through things, and that's why sometimes I just go quiet. And the thing is when I'm presented a question I haven't really fully thought through, I'm totally willing to say like, huh, I never thought. Like, give me a bit to think about that, because you know, I like to think through what I'm saying, but to be honest, and you know, this is not really an excuse. It's kind of my fault. I hadn't slept for 24 hours at the time of like that thing started. I think and in total I was up for 30 hours. I had a patch to do, and like a bad. Anyway, that's kind of I was kind of really tired, and then the issue I had was that they didn't want to deal in hypotheticals, and they were saying that like for some reason people think the hypotheticals are bad, but hypotheticals is how like you create the common ground to actually understand what people believe. You have to like create like a specific scenario to really surgically extract what the actual belief is. You can't really do that with hypotheticals. That's why you do it, right? And I guess some people don't understand it. They think that I'm just arguing in bad faith, but that's the purpose of it.
well, let's see some of the response here. We saw, you know, how I started saying like, "Hey, you are a saint." People were saying that to the Nyara person as well. Props to Nyara for maintaining their composure throughout the whole portion of the stream, because oh my God, I wanted to bash my head through a wall, right? So we're over here saying how, like, oh my God, and everyone on that side saying, oh my fucking God, they just don't get it, right? And I think it goes back to just the simple idea of there's just definitional differences here. One is reality, one is fake.
That thing in particular, that line was about whether or not Straub was malicious. Basically, was that line of questioning, and my argument was that it's not really malicious, because whether or not the result of something is good or not has nothing to do with whether or not the act in of itself is intended in a malicious manner. That they're separated. So that was my entire argument there. Yeah, and people basically said that, oh, that means that you agree with abusers or something like that. And I was like, no, what I'm saying is that the maliciousness of the intent has nothing to do with the action.
Well, let's see some of these, quote, actually insane takes from Leaflit and see how insane they are. Once again, I think it's important to point out this is from Bulge Boy. So,
Nice.
you know, consider the source here.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Yes, of course.
One thing I just never understood about, I've never understood this new age that we live in, where the anomaly demands everyone else change for them. It's almost like we need to move all of our doorknobs 2 feet lower than they are for small people. And then like there's a group of people out there that can't be in sunlight, that it's a disease they have. That doesn't mean that every building has to seal off every single window. It's this idea that because I feel this way or I have this thing, everyone needs to change for me. I think the vast majority of us, not everyone, but most of us wouldn't care if you want to dress as whatever and go by whatever. Just don't expect the world to have to go along with it. Otherwise, we'd all live pretty harmoniously if you just didn't make the demands of everyone else to cater to your perception of reality, if that makes sense.
That was one of my major points. That was one of my major points during it, and I feel like that was one that a lot of people were really mad at. I basically
I don't care if they think it's real, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. It's just you're still the anomaly. You're the odd man out.
Yes.
And it's just weird that you're demanding that everyone go along with it. That's the part I've never understood. I get it.
My concern here is
how girly his voice was.
What? I'm sorry. What, Blabs?
Oh, I said I really liked how girly his voice was. That was
Who's?
sarcasm. Who's like, hey,
The German dude.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, Nyara.
Okay, what were you saying, Leaflit? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying my concern is with societal harmony, right? And if we have to accept that in order for there to be societal harmony, you have to understand the average of society is gonna behave one way, and there's gonna be weird people, right? Like I'm a weird person, I think so. Like, you know, I don't go outside. I play games all the time. I just feel like I'm a weird person in general. And
Pretty weird, yeah.
I'm pretty weird, yeah. I like anime. I mean, that's kind of weird. But
No,
Yeah, we all have our thing. Like I
Right,
don't
right.
celebrate holidays, but I will always go along with people who do. Like
Yeah.
because you're the odd man out. And so like
yes,
you listen, you live in a society, you need to work with that society. You don't demand everyone cater to you. Because then you could flip it. Then okay, well then you have to cater to me that doesn't want your be a part of anything to do with you then. Let's just do it that way then. Like the whole thing is ridiculous. That's the part I've never understood.
yeah. For the sake of harmony, you have to kind of contain your weirdness a little bit when it comes to dealing with people in public, in my opinion. And people really got upset at that one. Like, oh, so you're saying we're weird with to be in the closet and stuff? And I'm like, no, just like, you know, like maybe don't wear, you know, maybe don't wear a hentai shirt like in public. Like, does that mean I want hentai shirts to be illegal? Like, no.
maybe not at the Pride Parade have a piss pool that is visible by kids. Maybe don't do that. You know, just like we're not saying you need to like we're just saying just don't go around peeing on each other. Just throwing it out there.
Some common courtesy.
Yeah.
Stop peeing on each other in public.
All right, let's go and see some of your quote insane takes here. I want to see how insane they are. Have you seen these yet?
Kind of.
Okay, let's see what they are.
Like a bad, you know, like a inherently bad thing. It's just that since we exist in a society, you know, you'd have to harmonize with said society. So it would make it easier.
So should the norm basically control how others need to like live like?
It's like I said before.
For the record, he sounds like he is from an episode of Sprockets on Saturday Night Live. Welcome to Sprockets.
On Sprockets we dance.
That's right. Sorry.
For people who are weird have to do their best to live within the society, and society has a obligation or a moral obligation to allow them to have their liberty. I think it's a very basic take. Moral side. Why is it so insane? I don't know.
That's the most milquetoast take I've ever heard in my entire life. Like
that was my point. That was my angle. My entire angle was like, listen, I'm going to say the most reasonable thing that 90% of people go, oh yeah, you know, I agree with that. And then I want to see them call me literally, you know, Bitler over it. That's basically what I wanted to do.
I am shocked that is seen as an insane take. Let's go see another insane take that you had here and see how well that's gone over.
Like, let's say, for instance, like, let's say I love hentai like a fuck ton. Let's say I'm just really into hentai, like, damn. And
clip it. Just kidding.
I got one of those ahegao shirts, right? I love it. It's so good. If I wear it like at home, it doesn't really matter. But if I wear it like at a park where there's kids, now I'm kind of infringing on society. You see what I mean? But I'm not saying you should make ahegao shirts illegal.
You can literally see through the VTuber model the mental gymnastics trying to be done here. Like it's
I was so tired. You can see it like it
like, I'm not talking about you.
Eyes are just no, I'm just making an observation.
Okay. I'm not talking about you right here.
No, I know you're not. It's just
let's see how Nyara responded.
Do you equate being gay to being like some perversion?
There it is.
No, I'm using
I knew that was a response.
Yes, Phoenix.
No, I knew that you could.
The thing was a hypothetical.
I knew that response was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Being an example of a thing that's outside of the average normal. So like they left that in. They left that in. Yes.
Like,
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, they left. They could have cut it there and then basically had the gotcha, like the sound clip, but they actually left my explanation of saying no and explaining it that it was just an example. Which is why I don't know.
Amazing stuff. These are ridiculous. Sorry, quote, insane takes from Leaflit. So
Yeah.
you're so insane.
I am,
Leaflit.
yeah.
You're crazy. Let's see what else. Let's just pick this one.
Sure,
See,
if Germany would go ahead and they are going to be like, well, Jewish people are too disruptive, so all of them need to like be sent away. That is like something that you would like support because the majority of people in Germany aren't Jewish.
Man, it always comes back to the Holocaust.
Yeah, I know.
Sure,
Like,
if
sorry, it's insane how quickly they just make that leap there. Let's see how this finishes up.
Because the majority of people in Germany aren't Jewish, so they should be able to like decide that.
No, I don't think so because that would involve taking their property rights away.
What
Yeah.
if?
Because you would have to steal. So if Jews lived in Germany, you would have to steal their property rights and steal their property in order to kick them out.
So do you think that like a sense of like
Because they live there, right? Because they live there, so you would have to like take everything from their. Like, I mean, that's just true. It's like
You're insane, Leaflit.
it's just true.
From gays to Jews.
I love that the argument here is that you take these extreme edge cases. They're like, why do you care? It's only, whatever. And you're taking these very extreme circumstances that happen. And then they're like, yeah, but what about the Holocaust? like that's where they immediately jump. It's amazing. Where did you get these insane takes, Leaflit?
Thinking.
Oh.
And thinking about reality, which is something I like doing a lot.
Blabs, as you're watching this, what are your thoughts as you're seeing this?
I
the
could
insane
not
takes.
have done what you've done, Leaflit. I would have been out 5 minutes in, not even 5 minutes. I would have no patience whatsoever. I'm like, you don't make any sense. You're just reading. No, thank you. Goodbye. There's no conversation.
The sad thing though, Blabs, is I was prepared for very specific arguments. Like I was in my preparation, I put almost all of my preparation into being ready to address the whole trans children thing, because that's where I take a hard line on no.
Sure.
Is on that. And so I was really prepared for that and it never came up. I was so ready for it and it never came up.
Well, maybe you'll have
bullet points and everything, and it didn't.
I
even
did.
happen.
I had studies. I had everything.
Well, we have this last little clip. You said this is pretty much how it ended right here after 4 hours of beating your head against the wall and being better than all of us because you could have a good conversation. This is the very tail end of it right here, huh?
Yeah, this is the end of it.
Okay, let's see how it ended.
I think you should empathize with the victim more.
What? Empathize with the victim more. The victim of.
I think
so. In the.
Are these the women who have the dongs hanging out in the locker rooms, or the little girls?
We talked about that actually, about dongs in the locker room.
Oh, what did he have to say?
That I don't want to misquote them. It was like an entire thing, but I believe it was that the comfort of the trans person is more important than the bigot.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it
Like-
truly.
I don't know if I'm wrong though. I might get it wrong. I might have gotten it wrong.
whatsoever.
Mhm.
Okay.
Amazing. All right,
But I mean, yeah, you can see this whole one. I mean, you'll know when it ends, basically.
Okay.
with the victim more.
Empathize with the victim more. The victim of.
I think
so. In the case,
I think you're more in like a mindset of like protecting the abuser instead of like actually understanding like how the victim is actually like feeling.
No, I don't
when
actually
it
think
comes
it's
to, like,
abuse. That's the
these
thing. I
things.
fundamentally disagree.
Yeah, and I think you
disagree with
would
it being
realize that
abuse.
it's abuse when you understand how the victim is feeling.
So if the victim feels, so if I said,
Bad?
Nyar, you're abusing me right now because you don't agree with me. Like I feel incredibly abused by you and all of the people on X. I feel super abused by it. What then? Does that make you wrong? Because I feel incredibly abused. I mean, a lot of people came after me, said a lot of things to me. I got death threats. Like I feel super abused. Am I right now because I'm abused too?
I think you're right in the way that you feel and like how things affect you. And I think you can like judge the words that I say based on like how you feel.
So wouldn't that make us equally right then? Because you're abused, I'm abused. Like we're both abused, right?
What are you giggling, Blabs?
It's just funny as hell. Do you not see him? He's like turning his head, thinking into space. He's like, now what do I do? Because like Leaflit's like just doing Uno reverse on him with his logic. Okay, like, well, if that's the applies, then this is just, he's just changing the goalpost. And the fact that he's all like, oh, we need to emphasize with the victims more. But apparently, with the whole dongs in the locker room, he applied that the sympathy goes for the trannies in the locker room. Well, it's like, well, no, the victim's actually the little girl who just saw some guy's dick. So which one is it, dude?
Can we also just take a step back and say, like, we're having like these philosophical questions with cartoon characters now? Like, I fucking love that. That is never lost on me.
So true, yeah.
That's great. Let's go to see. I'm very excited to see the response here.
Do you think that like you disagreeing or like someone disagreeing with the existence of like or like the identity of like some people
I mean,
is something that you can disagree with, or is that like infringing on your
I mean, they're infringing on my they're infringing on my worldview. It's how I believe, it's how I see the world. It's me, it's my identity. And they're saying it's invalid.
I think you need a better worldview then. I'll be real.
Yeah, but see, isn't that abusive? That's abusive to me. Because what if I told you that? What if I said, well, you need a better worldview? You see what I mean? This is why you have
paradox
to...
of... Do you know the paradox of tolerance?
Go ahead.
You cannot tolerate the intolerant.
But what if I think you're intolerant?
Boom! I love it. Sorry, I can't wait to see this response. Oh my gosh, that's. I love the just when you use their logic against them, that's when it all collapses, and I think that's what is currently happening at this point. The collapse of the entire worldview here, but and the victim mentality is spectacular here.
When you get down to it, all they want to say is, I'm right because I'm right, leave me alone. Like, that's really all it boils down to. And Craig, again, this timeline is so agitating because I know a lot of people who are unfortunately disabled and stuff like that. And one of the inspiring things about them was that when, these situations happened to them, they didn't want help from people. They wanted to become normal as best as they could. Whatever happened to them. I had a friend that lost his leg. And he didn't want people helping him all the time. He didn't want people saying, you poor baby, and pampering him. He went on to actually become a world-renowned bodybuilder and stuff like that. There's a documentary on him now. That to me is the triumph story. That is overcoming the odds that came to you. I don't understand this. Well, I do, because people just want easy power, but I don't understand on the surface of why, if something has bad happened to you or whatever, you feel like an outcast, where you just want to be pampered and babied and empowered by that quote unquote disability or whatever that is to you, instead of overcoming it and doing something with it, something positive, and becoming, it's lost on us. Like, the idea, you couldn't have Rocky nowadays, the underdog story. You can't. He should just automatically win because he's the small guy. He doesn't have as much money and his fame as the other guy. He should just win. It's that story, this new timeline that I cannot get behind. I don't understand it.
I'm curious to see the response here. Let's see how Nyara responded.
You see what I mean? Like if you go to, I'm the victim, so therefore like you have to listen to me, and that's all it is, full stop. You can't go anywhere. It's basically you're never gonna be able to understand the other person or even attempt to. You have to basically, this is why I was talking hypotheticals, so that we could find common ground, by creating a meta world in which like we could both agree on. Then we could come to the actual meat and potatoes of our philosophical disagreements. That's the point of it. I'm not making hypotheticals just to fuck with you, basically.
Yeah, I think defending abusers, if that is like your worldview and whatnot, then your
but I don't agree.
Worldview should be disagreed with.
I don't agree that they're abusers.
It's okay to be wrong.
Okay, well, it's okay for you to be wrong. So see, it doesn't go anywhere. If you don't actually use any sort of logic, if it's like pure feelings, then it becomes your feelings against mine. So your feelings are like, well, I feel abused, I feel terrible. I say, well, I feel abused and I feel terrible. And then now you're just at neutral, basically, right?
Sure. It's getting pretty late.
Yeah, I get it.
Think
I get it.
Well, time to go. You've poked all the holes in my argument here, and I think it's time for me to go to the restroom now. I'm sorry.
I actually have a question for you, Leaflit. Did you guys end the thing publicly, or did you guys chit chat backstage? It was like, well, never seen you ever again. Bye.
I had a sponsor after this. So I went right into like a normal. I went right into like staying up for the sponsored segment. So I had to play like more games to like basically like jacked adrenaline in my head to like stay awake, so I could do the sponsor after. It was painful.
So basically, he just dipped the live stream and you kept going playing a game. And
I heard they kept talking about it though after, and I heard that they said they were very disappointed in me.
Wait. It was getting really late.
Yes.
And he kept going?
Apparently, yeah, after on the stream.
Not that late, apparently.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. Wow. Well, good job, Leaflit. That was interesting to watch with all your insane
I could have
takes.
done better.
The next time, get a little sleep beforehand.
Yeah. It was a bad. I should have been. Does this ever happen to you though, when you're about to have like some big event or some big like you're about to really submit yourself to like some kind of PvP, something grueling, like you just get nervous and you can't sleep? You ever have
Sure.
that? I get that a lot, like really bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
It's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get nervous. You're excited. Yeah, they get that adrenaline going. Well, you did great, Leaflit.
Thank you.
Anthony says, Leaflit wanted a good faith debate. Nyara did not. One politician, I forget who, said as soon as they start calling you ists, there's no point talking because they are wasting your time. Thank you, Anthony. Victus Omega says, I'm proud of you, Leaflit. You did great in that debate, and we need more exposure to these people's worldview against common sense. Their arguments fell on their face against your reason and logic. What's amazing about that, though, is they don't feel like their logic was like, they think that you're just a bigot and you're horrible because of that. Like, so Victus Omega saying, hey, good job. Their arguments fell on the face of your reason and logic. But here's the thing, is that Leaflit's reason and logic is unreasonable and illogical to them. So it doesn't make any sense at all, to them, which is crazy. So, Hippie Treehugger says, with 500 kicks, says, the biggest problem I have with the trans community is that they're targeting the developmental disabled and exploiting them. Suna says, empathy means nothing because Nyara and people like him. I'm sorry, but their feelings has ruined so many people's lives because they can't take accountability for once in their life. Thank you, Suna. Evan says, I've seen 5 minutes of these clips trying to make Leaflit look bad, and Leaflit's the only sane person in them. My head hurts trying to make sense of Nyara's position. It's
the problem is if you can't discuss things, and this is like the point of the hypotheticals, is like kind of trying to like find out what people actually believe so you can have a discussion about it. And the problem is like when you say, oh, it doesn't matter, like it's just my feelings, I feel bad, so I'm right, and I don't really care what you have to say. The problem is once you get to that point, the only thing that there is violence. That's the only way to resolve your dispute at that point. Whether that's like political power or force, sorry, not violence, force. Force is the only thing you can do at that point. Whether you're gonna get together and just make a law or something like that. You have to utilize force.
I heard you mention that several times on the show, and
Mhm.
you're not wrong. The King of Dalek says, did Leaf ever touch on the harassment campaign on Kirsha?
I actually don't even know what that is because I have no idea about what like their backstory in terms of their interactions. Though my only understanding of the Nyara thing is basically the Straub stuff. I don't really know. I might have like looked at something on it, but I'm not really that deep on the lore behind Kirsha and Nyara, to be honest.
Jewish as Fox, it's time to cast some buffs. I'm officially registered as transgender in my Veterans Administration. Oh, look at those pronouns. Thank you. Marmalin says, the issue is we are saying the same thing on the left and right and find it reprehensible, and the other is going, oh, fuck yeah, more of this. One follows, searches for truth. The other accepts my truth. Yeah, BS. Thank you, Marmalin. Zach's cat says, the most frustrating part way they would not pin down any line. Every hypothetical situation Leafy provided was dodged.
Yeah, we needed a moderator. The problem though is this is only my second debate, like my second debate ever, like on stream with another content creator. And it's kind of difficult to find a moderator. Because if I have like, oh, my friend can moderate, well, they're gonna be like, oh, your friend, huh? Right. So it's
Right.
kind of it's difficult to find like a neutral party that was like willing to do the moderation, which could have been really good to like actually keep Nyara pinned into like my arguments, but I can only do so much to say like stay on track, stay on track, stay on track. There's only so much I can do.
Right. Epsilon Sama says Leaflit is a saint for putting up with that man's delusion. Also, question for y'all: what does it feel like to not have breakfast this morning? What does it feel like if you did not have breakfast this morning? Feels fine. I feel good.
But I did have IHOP this morning.
Oh, what'd you have?
Steak omelet. Wow. And grits. I like grits.
You went to IHOP this morning, or did you have it delivered?
Had it delivered. Side Scrollers Day is the day I get IHOP. I get it delivered straight to my door.
Hold on. You get an
IHOP
omelet
Tuesday.
You get an omelet delivered?
Yeah, it was still good. It was hot. They package it real nice.
Okay, I just say like eggs get cold like that. How are you gonna have a cold
It actually
omelet?
stayed pretty warm. Like they have like the special packaging. It's all like keeps everything all nice and steamy.
Okay. Insecure Filmer says, fun fact, y'all brought up Scott Peterson yesterday. I live a couple blocks away from them when that happened, and my aunt lives 3 doors away from them. Also, NBA Street Volume 2, best sports game. Thank you, Insecure Filmer. Appreciate the heads up on that, and thank you for the fun fact. C. Thomas Peasant says, Leaflit. Okay, hypothetical. What if you didn't have breakfast? Just hypothetical. But I had breakfast, Instaphobe. There you go. Thank you. C. Thomas Peasant. Is breakfast a big player for you, Leaflit?
I actually don't really eat. Well, I kind of eat breakfast, dinner because I sleep during the day. So I wake up and I have dinner with my mom, and then I start work. So it's kind of, yeah.
Marmalin says, yes, being gay is perversion. Why? Because it literally is what you like to rub against in bed. Everything about it is sexual nature. Thank
Well,
you,
I never thought
Marmalin.
of it that way. That's interesting.
Guyan says, Angel Sword Studios tabletop RPG is a great game, by the way. Free to play for everyone. Actually, insanely fun gameplay. These insane people fishing for clips against Leaf are wet blankets in compassion.
Thanks again. Thank you.
Heard good things about that game. Just the rumor. Jag says, with 10 coins, says some of the hypotheticals are the basis of sci-fi and introspection on what might be in order to look at when things are a little different. Thank you very much, Jag. Tenarian says, I don't have an ahi. What is that? I'm sorry, Leaflet.
Ahega.
Yeah, that too.
You know what that is?
No, what is that?
It's like those T-shirts of like with the hentai face, like the tongue out and the eyes rolled back.
Oh, you have one of those?
No.
Okay, I was like,
all of my shirts are horse shirts. They're like horses. Like I'm currently wearing a Tokai Teo shirt.
nice. I love that you have an extreme wardrobe of horse T-shirts.
I have a lot of them. I have like 10, and that's all I wear like as my pajamas. I got these like big oversized like T-shirts, like men's oversized T-shirts, and I just wear them. They're really comfy.
All right. Tamamo came and says, "Hey guys, massive respect for Leaflit for debating that utter Fruit Loop. You are a better person than I. Like many, I found it hard to watch, let alone actually be a part of. Keep up the great work." Thanks, Tamamo. Dark Flawed says, "Leaflit sharpening her debate skills for watching my bro Andrew Wilson. Lunduke gets the end pass from me. He's a real one. Asmongold finding out who Leaflit was funny."
I love Andrew Wilson. I watch a lot of Andrew Wilson. Huge fan.
Sunder Stiller says, "I have severe hemophobia. It's the most expensive
hemophilia, not hemophobia.
Oh, well, everything's a phobia at this point. So
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to say he has. Sunder Stiller says has extreme hemophobia. Yeah. It's the most expensive disease per capita in the world. I'm in constant pain and my joints are falling apart. I tell no one and expect nothing. It's my problem to care about." Sunder Stiller. That sucks, but based. Executive producer Elsie with 134 coins. I don't even know what that means. Says Leaflit.
It's like $13 or $2.99, something like that. It's very confusing.
Well, thanks. Says Leaflit. If you want to practice debating, stream debating, I like the channel Wick TV, and he looks for debaters often. I think small, but he debates very often and interesting subjects. There we go.
Thank you.
Hippie Treehugger says, "The biggest problem I have with the trans community is that they're targeting the development of data." Yep, we got that earlier. I don't know why that didn't disappear, but thank you very much for that. All right. All right. We will get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Guys, thank you very much for popping in. Do us a favor. Give it a thumbs up for Leaflit over here on YouTube. You guys watching on YouTube, and you guys watching over on Rumble, make sure you guys hit the follow button if you enjoy the Leaflit conversations over here.
She fell asleep. Oh, there she is.
Glad you're back. Rod came in and says, "Neo Geo Super Sidekicks Virtual Tennis on the Dreamcast and NBA Jam are the best sports games in my opinion." Let's go. Thank you so much, Rod.
Does Windjammers count as a sports game?
Semi.
Yes. It has a Frisbee in it.
I like Windjammers. That's a good game.
There you go. It's good. And Perfect Sword, thanks so much for resubbing Prime for 4 months. It says, "Mad props to Leaf for taking one for the team." Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Perfect Sword. All right. Let's go and move on to the insanity. We need an intro for just Twitch streamers. We have the streamers are stupid. Remember Blabs was going to be a segment.
We used to have that. I mean, we could just do this one though.
Dick.
They're all dicks.
Thank you, Blabs. This is true. Now, especially this one right here, Nina Lynn. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who a lot of these streamers are, but I do know they have massive audiences. And Nina Lynn is one of them. She has just about 3,200 subscribers, paid subscribers I know that because it's on her stream. But she went to Target the other day, and people noticed something very intriguing about her when she checked out. Go keep an eye on her checking out right here as she goes. So here we go. Let's check it out.
Shit. GG's. It's GG's, bro. It might really be GG's gang. This right here is crazy. $230. No. Hey, bro. This shit really about to be $30.
So you notice what she did there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, where she took the butter, put it on top of the steak, paid for the butter, not the steak. This is something that I've seen quite a bit with the self-checkout lines, where people scan something instead of what they scan the cheaper item on top of the more expensive item, and then the idea is that they get they literally are stealing the more expensive item, and like the idea that she would do this, have the audacity to do this on stream. I mean, pretty amazing. Y'all's thoughts?
He's retarded.
Well, okay. True. Very true. Here.
Well, what's more retarded is the response.
Well, I'm sure her fans loved it though. Like she knows in the end she's going to be fine. She's on a platform that thinks it's going to be fine, so it's a win for her.
Yeah. Well, she had zero apologies for this, and like when you think of like what just a piece of shit would look like,
Communist,
I think we know what the piece of shit would look like, and it looks like this right here. This is what a piece of shit looks like, everybody.
Oh no, he's wilding. I'm telling you, bro. Even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no fucking money, bitch. Calm the fuck down. No Target is not losing no type of fucking money from some stakes.
There's a communist talk.
Fucking bum ass steaks. I don't give a shit. Man, if I put this on Twitter too. Your mom's a bitch, you was a bitch, and happy holidays, all you hoes is bitches. Go ahead, put that on Twitter. I bet you won't.
No.
I bet you won't.
Thank you.
Just put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. Yeah.
First, so she's culturally appropriating black people. Second, I'd be curious to see if a homeless person who has far less than her stole her stuff. She wouldn't report it, I imagine, because she has so much. So I imagine she's definitely not going to report that, right? Not going to complain about it.
Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Leaflit.
I was going to say the issue with this whole thing. This honestly does tie in to the entire last conversation about the conversation I had. You have to account for human nature when it comes to things. And it's always these kind of like freak outlier people that ruin everything for everyone. Because now it's like, I mean, if this happens enough, now we're no longer going to have self-checkout. So all the people that can police themselves, all the people that are culturally capable of existing in the society for the harmony of society, those are the people that are going to suffer for all of the other people. And the same is true, honestly, for LGBT people and trans people. It's like you're going to have you have to account for the fact that there's going to be fucking freaks that are going to abuse the system, and you have to design the system around that all the time.
Okay, can we? I got to be honest. I had suspicions based off the voice. But yes, this is a dude. The chat's been yelling.
I have no idea.
That was the first thing I was asking.
I don't know,
dude.
actually.
And I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about somebody acting like a dude, this dude is acting like how a dude would act. Like this is such male behavior. Don't tell me.
I've seen women act like that though.
Oh, no,
I've seen it.
Listen to what this dude is saying.
Go ahead, put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Just put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. Yeah.
This is a dude who wants to whip out his dong and tell you how big his dick is right here. That's what this is right here. And like this is sheer machismo talking right here. That's what you're looking at here. When it comes to this guy here trying to look at how fucking cool I am right here, trying to puff out his chest, whip out his dick, and let you know. Insane. But here, he's not done.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Happy holidays, whores.
You ever seen a woman act like that? I've never seen a woman say, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, not like that. Come on.
Well, if according to the logic, if you are what you societally present as, then I guess you're right. 100%.
Right there. Nina Lynn is a transgender woman.
Oh,
right,
I didn't even know that. I thought that is that real?
This is thank you to the internet.
I didn't even know that. I thought that was schizo conspiracy shit. That's actually real.
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah,
Brock.
I don't know if it's real or not, but
that's
either way, it's not very feminine behavior. We'll just leave it at that.
No. Ruff says that's not true in the chat. Well, I don't know. All I'm going off of was what the internet's telling me. All right, let's.
She doesn't seem to have like an Adam's apple.
Right.
Yo, like I don't give a shit. Oh, hold on. Oh, matter of fact, you want to make a news? I got these from Target too, guys. Look, I got these from Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
Beefy hands too, though. Yeah.
Get mad, bitch. Get mad.
So stealing shoes, stealing steak, stealing identities. Apparently, it's good, great.
It seems it was an error. So I mean, this is according to Grok, basically, that there was a single bio on beacons.ai that claimed that there were people that said that, but they said that they aren't. Basically,
they said that who said they're not?
They did. Nina says that they're not. Of course, that's like their own word. That's their own word, but there doesn't seem to be any actual evidence towards that fact.
Look, male, female, it doesn't matter. You're still a trash human being.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a dude or woman, whatever you want to be. That's fine. You're an adult. Be a grown ass adult. Look. What's the old saying? You can like money will take you out of the hood, right? But it doesn't take the hood out of you or whatever it is, right? Like, what a trash human that is. And look, they have since been banned off on Twitch, rightfully so.
Finally, holy shit.
For good?
For one, like this will probably be a 1-day slap on the wrist, right?
Say banned. It's not even a ban. It's a suspension.
Didn't they get 3 days or something for the SA situation?
That's the other thing about this is that I think we've talked about this person in the past. Is this the person who's been was grinding up on dudes and stuff? Is this that person? I don't know.
Yes. The one that was like going after that other streamer that didn't want it.
Phoenix, you said something while this person was talking. The idea that you said it was the communist mindset. This idea, well, Target's not losing any money.
Yeah, it's always that mindset of now it's like, well, if they have all this money, then everyone thinks that they're Robin Hood. All these narcissists think that they're Robin Hood, but it's always getting to themselves, by the way, which is kind of the funny part of it all. Yeah, that's the growing population in the youth, unfortunately, that has been kind of spreading everywhere, or at least it seems it. And these platforms keep, they don't do anything against it. So honestly, you just get rewarded for it. You get banned for a day or two, and then you come back, you probably have more followers because you have a lot more of that mind virus kind of rooting for them to do it. So it just keeps escalating. We're all in this like reality show now where terrible behavior is constantly rewarded. And for me, it's just lame and gross personally. I don't find it cool or edgy or anything like that. It's just lame.
Well, nothing will ever happen unless things are enforced. If they give a slap on the wrist every time they do it, they'll just keep doing it because they actually benefit from it. If listen, I pay taxes, you pay taxes, we all pay taxes for the police to do their job, and they won't even do the most basic function of their job. So like, why are we even paying them? Give me my money back.
Okay.
It's my money and I need it now.
Speaking of, I was thinking about this. How do you this is a nuisance, right? We've seen Johnny Somali, whatever. He's going through his legal issues over in the Far East over there, whatever. We have these people who are just fucking assholes on stream, right? So I was thinking about a solution. You're like, hey, we can't have any more slaps on the wrist here. And I would consider this a fairly radical idea, and I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this. If a streamer is banned for a provable offense, in this case, shoplifting while being live on the platform, they forfeit all sub and bit revenue they earned up to that point during that pay period. I think if they do that, that would cut down on this crap really quick. Y'all's thoughts?
They should go to jail. That's my point.
I don't disagree. But as far as the platform goes, I think that is something that they're they're going to come back and make more money anyways, right? From this, someone's just the promotion from it.
They would have to update all their terms of services and everything for this to be legally, you're allowed that you take their money away and all that stuff. But yeah, no, take their money away and put them in jail. Bye.
Well, they break their terms of service. I mean, I guarantee there's already a clause in the terms of service right now about some sort of defamation on the platform or a morality clause or something like. I bet they don't even need to do that right now. They could instantly do that. I would imagine. Even if they did, you think that these Twitch streamers would jump to another platform? No, they built their audience up on Twitch. They're not going to, and they're going to be held hostage by them. Look, the reality is that Twitch is not the best platform for streaming on, specifically from a business perspective, right? If you bring 1,000 people from Twitch over to Kick, you will make dramatically more money on Kick. You do the same thing over on Rumble, you'll make more money on Rumble. But they've grown their audience over on Twitch, so Twitch could hypothetically make this change very easily, and they could turn it into something good. Hey, when you sign up for an account, you have to choose a charity, right? And if you are ever banned and you lose that money goes to the charity that you chose. They could provide a list of 50 charities. They could range from everything all the way to ideologically driven all the way down to Boys and Girls Club, right?
I think you can do that because then that's tax deductible, and so they're kind of winning in a sense.
Who's tax deductible?
When you donate to charities and stuff, it's tax deductible.
Well, Twitch would. Yeah, Twitch would, but not them.
Not the person whose
No.
money it is.
No, they forfeit their revenue.
I feel like it can set a bad precedent.
There's some
though.
legal. Yeah, there's
Then
some.
you could
There's
take-
some legalities here.
That
Yeah,
also sets
not
up
only the
martyrdom.
legalities, but you could take money away from people that didn't deserve it. Like, say, like there's a person and their livelihood actually depended on it, and then they got banned for some bullshit reason.
Well,
then you
that's
take away their money.
right, but that's what I'm saying. This can't be like a mass flag campaign. It needs to be provable, right? A provable offense that's done on stream, right? Like while you're live on the platform. I think that's like this is a very big edge. It's like a very fringe case. This would be one of those situations, right? Hey, I shoplifted. And this person admitted to it later on stream. Hey, I did this, right? I did this. Target ain't losing no money. I'm doing this. So in this situation, like I'm not saying, somebody drops a gamer word or something, they should be banned. Like I'm saying there's a law that is broken in this case. I don't know. I said it's a radical idea, and I there are definitely holes in the idea, but I think that something like this could definitely cut the bullshit out really, really fast. So
I like big mega punishments.
Guantanamo.
You use that to do an illegal act. First of all, I'd love to see Target sue, because really you just showed how to shoplift. You also showed it doesn't do anything. Nothing's going to happen from it. For me, I like the heavy hammer. 1 year gone. Sorry. You intentionally, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. You intentionally shoplifted. You showed people how to do that. You showed people how to break the law. To me, that's more than 3 days. I don't understand 3 days for that, or whatever it is. I don't know what the actual thing is. I would love to see a much heavier ban. But look, we know they're not going to do that. But how much? If you misgender someone, what's the offense for that? Like 16 years, you're not allowed to use the service. Like what? Maybe they should just get the bans that we get.
Well, that would mean that there's an equal playing field, and we all know that's not the case.
Well, I know it's just
right. That's certainly not the case. So, all right. Twitch is just what a fucking mess. Twitch
terrible.
Is. Yeah.
Jail now.
I'm
That's
with
what
you.
I want.
I'm with you. Mr. Non says context. Most people are mad at that Leaf platform, Niara, not because he's trans. It's because he was one of the leaders of the Anna Valen's harassment campaign that forced Kirsha to flee her home.
I don't know about that. Does anyone? I guess that's kind of outside the context, outside the scope of this. But I don't know the story of that. Maybe I should look into that.
The idea that like people will get mad at quote unquote platforming somebody, I've always felt that was really disingenuous. Like, I understand you have your sides, but nothing will ever be done without any sort of conversation. Nothing ever gets done. And
yes, I agree.
And we've said this on the show a million times. There are people who have done and said things that we've had guests on the show that I don't necessarily agree with. That's fine. I don't have to agree with everything that everybody says on our show all the time. to have them as a guest. Guess what? Blabs and I don't agree on it with everything. Now, Phoenix and I definitely do, but Blabs and I don't. No, but that's what makes things interesting, right? We have guests on all the time. People are like, well, how can you have that guest on? Like, because I don't have a pulse on their entire life and I don't know every little thing they've ever done, right? Well, you should. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't do that, and the people, you platform. Okay, whatever. All right, Blabs, can you read off a couple super chats real quick while I visit the little boys' room? And then I want to tell everybody about how I got yesterday. I'll be right back.
All right. Hippie Tree Hugger for 500 kicks says zero accountability will always result in the downfall of society. And Leaflit, the police are only as effective as the DA, District Attorney. Hippie Trigger for 500 kicks also says, also the progressive left and politicians have demonized the police to the point of police being afraid to do anything without going to jail. Thank you for that.
Well, I mean, like the police, though. I mean, like the entire apparatus of the police. I mean, like literally, like just like the individual police officers that are like all in control. I mean, the entire thing, basically. The entire thing should do something about it, and that includes like the DA at the top. We pay for them, right? Like our taxes pay for them, and they're not providing the service that we pay for.
Zach's Cat for 10 says this is why corporates shut down chains. Literally, they will only support a net percentage loss in a region, then close down when it's unsuccessful. Congratulations, now 200 people lose their job. All right, let's see. Marmalin for 10 says, She-Man Nina, She-Man. Nina sexually assaulted a dude on stream with another girl. Also, fellow creator, Toast. And stealing now is now not a big stretch for this She-Man. Thank you for that. Craig, I'm an inner city cop. I've seen plenty of women act like that on a daily basis. Thank you for that. Nina Lynn has on stream sexually assaulted 2 men on separate occasions, only gotten a 1-week suspension. Her stealing is the last of her controversies. Least. Sorry, thank you very much. Bentley says, this guy's voice makes Aquafina sound tolerable. Hashtag Montez. That made me laugh. I don't know if you saw I was giggling with putting that one in the StreamYards.
How you doing there, Bentley?
Game Hunter for 10 says, stand proud, Leaflit. The Goblin King, Asmongold, noticed you. He's probably going to watch your content and hopefully that slavery video. I'll wait for the day till he finds out you worked on LOL. Thank you very much. I am a member of the system and I can confirm the system is broken. We have failed you. If you try to fix it, they shout you out of the room.
It's terrible.
Thank you for that. JC says, for Leaflit, it's odd that hypotheticals are bad for you to use, but for them, they use plenty, but for them, it's fine. Very weird. Weird. Question for Leaf and your game. If a man and a woman have equal magically power, does that man win for the fight due to their physical strength advantage?
Well, the magic element that is really, really powerful compared to the physical element in the setting. So it would kind of depend on like, I guess if it was like a long endurance thing and then they both ran out of magic and then they would have to go physical. So I think the man would still have an advantage. What do you think, Blabs? Do you think that would work in like a Harry Potter scenario? Do you think if a witch and a wizard got into a fight, do you think that the man has an advantage?
Not physical strength, is it? So that's completely out the window.
But was it around the mana?
Leaf is saying endurance.
Yeah.
Because I was with you, and then Leaf said that, and then that started to make sense to me.
It's because there's some dudes that have less endurance than women.
Yes, but in total, right? Because you would have to take the totality of all men versus the, like all women, right? And then obviously there's a spectrum in terms of.
It's a very good question that you would probably spend a couple hours trying
to
figure
think,
out.
Craig?
It's like,
what do you think?
Yeah, then you talk about pain threshold too.
Yeah, pain threshold, endurance. But then again, if you're talking about like in like Harry Potter, right? There's some witches, for example, Hermione, who's a lot better of a duelist than some other guys, right? So like,
yeah, but both things are equal, right? Because the only differentiating factor is their gender, right? Because you would have to control for all of these things, otherwise there's no way to actually tell, right?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I don't know.
You asked my thoughts on this Leaflit. I agree with whatever it is you said. There we go. All right. We'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show here in just a little bit.
Good question.
Yeah.
But first, We got some hardcore video game news. Let's get into it. Hey, Phoenix, did you see what Sega said about a Saturn Mini or a Dreamcast Mini? Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't. I'm hoping for some good news though.
Leaflit, would you love to see a Saturn Mini or a Dreamcast Mini?
Dreamcast, please.
It'd be so much money though.
Too fucking bad because there will not be a Saturn or a Dreamcast Mini.
I'll fucking hate it.
They say that they are not a retro company. And to that, I respond with, they apparently do not like to make lots and lots of money.
They hate money.
What games would you all like to see on a Dreamcast Mini if that was ever to happen, which we now know it will not?
Dreamcast, Evolution, Power Stone.
Well, you have to go with the absolute basic classic Sonic Adventure. Absolutely.
Sonic Adventure. Yeah.
1 and 2.
Soul
Power
Calibur.
Stone.
Yeah.
Marvel.
What if they busted out Phantasy Star Online? Ooh, that'd be fun.
See, I thought about that, but I feel like it would be kind of. I guess it would be easy to set it up for online nowadays. That would be kind of sick, actually.
Easy. Shenmue, Soul Calibur, Crazy Taxi, Ikaruga, Jet Set Radio,
Seaman.
Seaman, let's
It
go.
would cost so much money though, because you'd have to have a hell of a hard drive in there.
Oh yeah, Space Channel 5. You have to have that one for sure.
Well, bad news because neither of those are ever going to happen. So sorry, because Sega is not a quote retro company. Which, okay, Sega does not like the money. They do. They hate you specifically, Leaf. Just so you know. Yeah. Apparently, everybody hates everybody. Like yesterday, Blabs, we had Eric on.
Mitsu.
I know Mitsu. Yes, he likes to be called Eric, so I will respect his pronouns.
Mitsu.
Mitsu was on, and he's been hankering for the announcement of Half-Life 3. And I don't know if y'all saw this yesterday, but it was formally announced.
What?
Oh, it wasn't.
Half-Life 3 was officially announced. Valve will reveal official gameplay on live stream this Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
No.
Where is that from?
No. Hold on.
Yeah, discussing fish.
Hold on.
Discussing fish.
That's a good point. This is from the Discussing Fish X
Instead of
handle.
discussing film.
Which
If
is
it's
built
officially been. Oh, okay, Perry.
Mitsu probably like blew a load and then it was like, damn it, never mind. It's not real.
Yeah, because I was like, holy shit, this is happening. I can't believe it. And then I did a little more digging. Discussing Fish is a play off of the Discussing Film X handle with the exact same logo. So fuck those guys, by the way. And I realized that I got here. Everybody's gotten it before. So sad day. Leaflit, I know I got your hopes up twice in a span of 5 minutes. I apologize.
It's okay. That happened to me too before. So
I like that Phoenix is like, fuck that. That ain't happening. Like, right? That ain't ever going to happen. Blabs, do you know anything about Half-Life? Yeah, go ahead.
Just real fast. At some point, I'd love to hear from the chat. If you had to pick one, you either get Half-Life 3 or Portal 3. Which would you choose? For me, it's Portal 3. I just love to know what everyone else thinks about that. Because those are both games that are never coming out, by the way.
I think that Half-Life 3, as I said this yesterday, it has unbelievable standards that will not be met. It's been in development for so long. It could be fucking God's best game ever, and it will ultimately be rejected because it's not good enough. It's not good enough to whatever. Have they even confirmed that Half-Life 3 is still in development at all? Like, I don't think so at all. So
I don't think so.
Yeah. Not going to happen. Portal 3 will happen before Portal 2 happens, or before Half-Life 3 happens, because Portal 2 happened fairly quickly after Portal 1. So, yeah. Well, there you go. Sad day for me. Sad day for the internet, but good day for engagement over on Discussing Fish. Which, by the way, all the 10 million impressions that account got for this tweet, not monetized, by the way. not monetized. Or they chose to take the little blue check off. Yeah. So either way, a little bit of an engagement right there for that. All right, and finally, when it comes to some hardcore video game news, guys, it is Christmas season, and I thought we can go down a little bit of nostalgia here, a little bit of video game history, if you will, and take you back to 1998 for the release of the. Yes, you were Blabs, 2 years old. You probably don't remember this commercial though. Leaflit, do you remember this N64 commercial?
Do I want to admit it though?
Let's find out.
No audio.
No audio.
No audio. No audio on my end too. What the hell?
I get one job.
I don't know why.
Is that for 1080 snowboarding?
No. Well, let's find out. I think you'll very much enjoy.
I remember this one.
Sorry, I screwed the pooch on that. Thanks, StreamYard. Let's try this again.
Jingle bells, Santa smells, Christmas really stunk. I got nothing that I like, my gifts were all just junk. Boxes full of clothes, CDs no one knows. When I wanted something for my Nintendo 64, Zelda's great, Turok 2, South Park would be fine. How about Rogue Squadron? That game could be mine.
Make up for a lame Christmas. Get the hits you missed on N64.
What'd you think, huh?
That's cute.
It's so douche chilling, but I do miss that time period. But really douche chilling.
Can you please retweet you wearing douche outfit from 1998? Because I remember you. Yeah, that'd be great.
With the big pants.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sure.
You look. I mean, that picture. You look straight out of a Hot Topic ad.
There's many more too. I'd be happy to grab those. Absolutely.
Many more too. That's rough. Do you have any favorite memories from the N64 Leaflit? We had a video about this recently, and it was fun to talk about N64 memories.
And Smash Brothers is probably my favorite. Actually, I remember playing Mario 64 and thinking like, man, these graphics are so good. It can never get any better than this. And we have like freaking VR, like ray tracing. It's crazy.
So I have some pretty hot opinions about the N64.
Really?
And yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Do you want to hear all of them? Should I just piss off all the internet right now?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Number one, the controller's not that good.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's not that hot a take.
Okay.
Most people don't like it.
Okay. Number two, Ocarina of Time has not aged well.
That's blasphemy.
Okay. Number three, Mario 64, while revolutionary for its time, is not as fun as everyone thinks it is.
Well, if you compare it to Super Mario World, Super Mario 3,
well,
even
remember,
2, honestly.
It was compared to those when it came out. And
yeah, but if you compare it, I think you're right. Is what I'm saying.
What if they fixed the camera, Craig?
I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it played. But I mean,
Okay.
it was.
You're right on that one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Incorrect.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can go down my list here. Wave Race. Underrated.
There.
No.
I liked Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings 1 was better than Pilot Wings 64.
100% true, though. That's true.
Yes. I think ultimately the N64 will, once again, while revolutionary for its time, has not aged as well. I think that is when I've given this analogy before. That is when video games started to go through a video game puberty, and it was like everything was awkward. You had these big blocky characters and rough edges and stuff, and we're going to get to the whole 3D thing of this, but that was video game puberty, and nobody likes to go back and look at puberty and be like, look at how pretty I was, because it wasn't, right? Let's just be real. And there was a lot of learning steps along the way. So, the N64 was good for its time, but but I think that it has been tremendously overrated by nostalgia.
May I interject real quick?
Please.
Thank you. So real quick, like let's just take Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, right? So we're entering a 3D landscape. We're just coming into this new thing. Look at all of the mechanics found in the 3D platform of Mario 64, and look at all of the adventure, semi-RPG, semi-loose RPG elements and stuff like that found in Ocarina of Time, like Z-Target, all that stuff. All of that echoes still to today. The fact that they got that right on minute one, the first thing that they launched, they nailed it so well that it's still in effect now, other than the camera, but you could argue that's because they didn't have a second analog stick. I think, to me, that actually says the opposite. It's not that it didn't age well. I'd actually say it's timeless because of that. All the games I'm playing today have those lock-ons, have the Z targeting, have the idea of being able to move a camera. In the N64 case, terrible, but you were able to move around the camera. The idea of having your character move tiptoe if you pressed a little bit on the analog stick to a full run, like all those things we still see today. Outside of the original NES, can you say anything else has been that influential on everything? If those games were meh, they wouldn't still echo. If that makes sense, right?
Okay, but here's the problem with what you're saying. By the way, I agree with everything that you just said. Right, as far as the mechanics of the games, right? They nailed it. But if they were truly
and the whole
that
adventure
awesome,
system too, like look at what the design of Mario 64, like how you have to get X amount of stars to open this gate, like that's still there. So it's even beyond mechanics.
You know what? I will 100% agree with you on all of that. So what you're telling me is that that since we're still using the same system from 30 years ago, it's now dated, right? It depends on how you look at it. It's either classic or dated, depending on your perspective. But regardless of that, right? Here's my thought: you can give a 10-year-old Super Mario World, and they can figure out how to play it. You could give a 10-year-old
incorrect with Blabs. We've seen it.
You could give a 10-year-old. I said 10, not 12. You can give a 10-year-old Mario 64, and they would say it's boring as fuck, but they would have so much fun. I think that the N64, once again, for people our age, spectacular, but it has not aged well in that it cannot be passed down to younger generations because there's way better systems set up now. Once again, because of the N64, but the games have not aged as well as other consoles. Specifically,
what is so different between Mario 64 and Odyssey to you? What is so dramatically different?
Control scheme. Yeah, control scheme, the setup. Graphically, it's not as pretty to look at.
Well, graphically, but if you updated, if you took Ocarina of Time and you gave it, you kept everything the same. Just again, camera, I will always agree on because it didn't have that second analog stick. But if you gave it a facelift, I'd say Ocarina still plays today to young people.
Well, they should do that. I
wish
very
they
much
would.
think, I very much think they should bring Ocarina of Time up to using Breath of the Wild or that engine. I think that'd be really, really cool. By the way, I saw somebody mention this idea that Blitz was on the N64. Nobody ever said Blitz was a good looking game. Like it is blocky and all this. I don't know. That's the thing. There's so much nostalgia tied to it that people are like, you're a fucking idiot, Craig. I know I am an idiot, right? But
you're not an idiot for it. Not in the least. It's just an opinion. But
I realize
I think they hold up more than I guess you would.
Leaflit, did I hurt your feelings here? And because of that, am I wrong?
No, I kind of do agree that like mechanics, like the mechanical innovation doesn't necessarily mean that the game itself is good, I think. Well, good. And of course, we're talking about the great, so it's kind of difficult. It's a different scale, right? And I kind of agree that the blocky, it kind of looks bad, like compared to nowadays. Whereas I feel like the stylisticness of like the pixel art is it's forever basically.
Yes.
Like I think that, so I think I agree with you that like I think that the actual game itself like the worlds and the encounters, the design of the dungeons and stuff. I think all of that is really good. And I think it does need a facelift.
I found this list of the top N64 games of all time. Okay, let's just do a quick glance at these really quick, and let's see. At the top of this list, you're going to find the usual suspects, right? Your Ocarina of Times. This is from Nintendo Life here. So let's just do a quick glance here. Actually, I think a better way to do this actually would be to scroll to the top at 50 and work our way down here. Let's actually do that. And like when you look at this and you go, oh, okay, really? Like Duke Nukem 64 is a top 50 game on the N64. Okay. Beetle Adventure Racing.
Oh yeah. Amazing game.
Hydro Thunder, great game.
Amazing.
Jet Force Gemini, Worms Armageddon, Turok 2.
Love that game.
WCW, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Was better on the PlayStation for sure.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which I'll tell you this, fun for the time, kind of mid, right? Quake, Ogre Battle 64, Pilot Wing 64, Kirby 64, Mischief Makers. That game's fun. Shake. We have the Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
I love that game.
Yeah,
That game was great.
I like the Super Nintendo one better than the 64 3D versions of it personally. But Harvest Moon 64, Blast Corps, Mario Party, Donkey Kong 64. Man, okay.
What an era, man.
Look at Leaflet's like, you're fucking wrong, Craig, you idiot. you damn idiot. Sin and Punishment, released in Japan. Mario Golf, WWF No Mercy, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Mystical Ninja, Mario Tennis, Wave Race. Okay, yeah, we are getting into some classics here. But I think that...
Wait.
Yes.
Where's Shadows? Is Shadows not on here? No way.
Let's find out.
That's the best Star Wars game.
Ooh.
No fucking way. There's no way they put fucking Pod Racer on. This is bad. This list is invalidated, man. Invalidated list.
Shadows was phenomenal.
There we go. People are pissed. Shadow.
What the hell? You put freaking Pod Racer in there and not Shadows of the Empire?
Now this
Unreal.
is pod racing.
There we go. Ooh, that's ridiculous. Here's another hot take. If you didn't grow up playing GoldenEye, the game is balls.
What if they updated the controller scheme?
They did.
Because they did, I think, on the Xbox, right? That I didn't get to try.
They did, yeah, they did, and it was, it's not like it sold gangbusters or whatever when they did that.
Honestly, to me, that kind of whole, I kind of agree with you on that.
Yeah. Well, there
Did
you go.
you guys pick Odd Job?
Everybody picked Odd Job.
I never picked Odd Job, not even once.
Oh, God. You're better than
honor,
me.
okay?
You're better than me, aren't you? You are. I know you are. That's awesome. Well, there's some hardcore video game talk for you here on the #1 video game podcast on planet Earth. Congratulations, you got it. All right, I think it's a good place to wrap up video game conversation today. A quick reminder coming up on Saturday. The reason why Blabs and Phoenix are in a room next to each other, we have the greatness that will be Queen of the Wii happening this Saturday, late night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central. Now, there's going to be a big pre-show beforehand, and on that show, we are going to be doing all of the fun stuff. We're going to, once again, the pre-show is going to be available for everybody. We'll give you guys updates on exactly where to watch that, but it'll definitely be on Rumble, definitely be on Kick, pretty much everywhere. We're just deciding if we're going to put it on YouTube or not. But we'll be doing that. And the pre-show will have the Blabs Spelling Bee. We'll also have a Wii Punch-Out Challenge, which will be kind of like White Tyson we did back during the Fundathon, which was super duper fun. So yeah, consider becoming a supporter over at Side Scrollers Plus. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're at a record number of supporters over there. A lot of you guys took advantage of it, of the promo code we had up over the weekend, which was promo code DEAL. No longer active, sorry. But
no deal.
No deal at all. Maybe I should do a new promo code called No Deal. And it's like
Now you'll just confuse people. Is there a space between those?
it adds. Like I said, it adds money to the price. I think Phoenix. It's the No Deal, and it makes it more
Absolutely.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
a fee.
I saw Gally in the chat says, got no cash, man. That's cool. Well, maybe just show up and watch the pre-show. Maybe someone will gift you a Rumble Premium membership where you'll be able to watch the show there as well, which is great. So, yeah, great stuff right there. All right. Hey, Mr. Capel came in with the 5, says, hello, side scrollers and slime girl. I'm curious, Leaflit, do you play Grand Blue Fantasy Versus? If so, who's your main? Also, Craig, I hope you get to try it one day. It's very easy to learn fighting game, but can also be very competitive. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
I'm a big titty draft waifu, Galleon. Well, she's not really a draft, but big titty waifu stand. So Galleon is my main. And yes, I do play it. It actually is a really good fighting game. If you haven't played fighting games before on a kind of high level, it kind of goes. It's a lot more strategy. It doesn't really bog you down in memorizing a 20-hit combo that muscle memory and stuff. It's really easy to input everything, kind of like Smash a little bit. So it's a really, really good one.
Oh shit! You know how we started the show talking about NBA Jam?
Yeah.
Have you seen this just got posted just now over on X. Have you seen the spiritual successor called NBA The Run, which is coming out?
What?
Ooh, do show.
It's a 3-on-3 kind of in the vein of NBA hoops. I think this is the first gameplay that we get to see of it. Let's see if this is any good.
We back by popular demand. We jumping right in. Yeah, get busy. Show them that boogie uptown. Yes, here we are. Everybody, feast your eyes on this. My name is Bobito Garcia, aka Cool Bob Love. Give me the zoom out. Lock out the alley. Yes, feeling good, people. Ooh, off the metal. Yes,
They picked the most annoying person ever.
Yeah, terrible voiceover.
I get what they're going for here, but so we got some big dunks.
A multiplayer one.
I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's a multiplayer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the first time we've actually seen gameplay, but obviously it looks like it has the over exaggerated jumping and such. His head is
I didn't see someone get shoved over yet, though.
Is
it really NBA Jam if you don't shove someone over while they're mid jumping?
Right. Just go. Ooh! I love that. And by the way, I started the show talking about how I've been watching this guy's channel about all the NBA games, like NBA Jam games and stuff. NBA Showtime is the best NBA Jam game there is. That's the 3D one that came out on the Dreamcast. His criticism of that game was that there was a foul system in it. Did y'all ever play NBA Showtime?
That one I didn't play. No.
So fucking good. Oh my God, you got to play it. It's the best. And it has the whole NBA on NBC. Has the NBA the whole sound effects with it. It's so good. It's so stinking good. I love it. Anyways, with all that said, we do have some supers we need to get to here at the tail end of the show. Bentley guy came in and says, Leaf is on the money with that Mario Tennis game. With that said, the best sports games actually Winter Olympics 94 for the Genesis. Just kidding. That game was terrible. Montez. Speaking of Montez, we are 4 yellow supers away from our Montez goal today. Let's see if we can hit that. Rob on Wheels for the 10 says, I missed the other gaming history intros. Snape is white, fucktards. Well, we only have one.
Fucktards.
We only have one right now. Maybe we'll add more later. Marmalin says the platforming thing is a big leftist ideology cop out for having a convo. Good on you, Leaflit, for stomaching that. I need copious amounts of drugs and alcohol, and I don't do either. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Hippie Tree Hugger, our Kick supporter, says Leaflit, you're not understanding the problem. Progressive DAs are the biggest threat to public safety. They only care about race and gender BS.
Yeah, I agree.
Got Himlock says Leaflit, keep being awesome. Why are the witches and wizards throwing away their wands and fisticuffing each other?
They run out of mana, and then you have to draw your sword. You'll be well rounded like Gandalf.
Oh, that makes sense. Spencer says at this point, I'd call a direct announcement from Gabe's own lips fake. I'm talking about Half-Life 3, yeah. And Bentley came in and says, yes, good to see Sum 41 in that Christmas commercial before they hit big. Yeah, that's great. Guy in Quebec says, blasphemy. As much as a buggy mess is as it was, Super Mario 64 is a classic. It was designed to be accessible and not spaghetti all over itself. It was for the time, but it's not now. That's the problem. Game Hunter says, Leaf, it in my headcanon, Leaflit. In my headcanon, the Goblin King and Bostonian Foxu both went on the vacation at the same time. Anal Violence went after Kirsha with hit pieces and enraged her himbo husbando to defend her.
It's because Asman called me Leafit. That's why.
Oh.
He said, who the hell is Leafit?
Wow. Oh, shit. Breaking news. Blabs, did you see this?
See what?
Apparently, Harry Potter is going to be in Fortnite this month.
Yeah, I reported that a couple weeks ago, actually.
Wait,
I'm
who's
ahead of the
playable?
game.
Who's playable? Is it only Harry?
They haven't announced that yet. I'm assuming, obviously, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Voldemort, shit like that. I will not be playing it, for those wondering. I will not be downloading Fortnite just to shoot.
Because their wands are like
the guns.
AK-47s.
Yeah, it's gonna be retarded.
But what if we played it together?
Sorry, Leaflit. It's not happening.
I don't know. Is Fortnite going to be, or is Harry Potter going to be running around with like an AK-47?
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Well, I'm guessing the wand shoots bullets, I guess, which is counterproductive to a wand.
Yeah, it seems kind of silly. Dan says,
"Avacadabra, you win every time."
That's right. Just, Dan says that's what majority of people are saying all the time about N64. It's dated. The game mechanics, game graphics mechanics. It's designed to play games on your CRT TV. It doesn't matter. I still like it. Dan, I don't say you shouldn't like it. I think you should 100% like it. Keep the dream alive. Just saying. Doesn't hold up as well as a lot of people do. A lot of people think it does. Dan says, that particular commercial, I wanted South Park on N64 for Christmas, but instead, my mother got me Star Wars Rogue Squadron, an amazing game. The South Park game is basically like Turok mechanics. I own.
Yeah, you wound up winning there, man, actually. Rogue Squadron, way better game.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what's weird, though, is back then, I remember all the girls played South Park. We all played South Park, and the dudes played Wayne Gretzky. I don't know why. It was like, that was what we played. Co-op.
Well,
Piss Snowball.
Yeah, dude. I had the Piss Snowball as well. I had that game. It was not the best game.
That's all you heard in that South Park game. That was it.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of the Fortnite Harry Potter collab, this is courtesy of Fortnite Leaks over on Reddit. And wouldn't you know it, the first thing that they bring up when it comes to the Fortnite Harry Potter stuff.
J.K. Rowling.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare you?
Anyways.
And you know who's not going to care about it? Everybody else. Literally everybody. John says,
I actually covered this a couple days ago, but there was this company that was partnering with Warner Brothers and Harry Potter to make Harry Potter themed pens because they're a pen company. And all these people on Reddit came after them, and all these people on Instagram came after them, so much so that the company removed their posts about collaborating with Warner Brothers and Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, and turned off comments for every post that they made afterwards about the Harry Potter collaboration. It was nuts. People are insane. How much of a loser you have to be to go after a company that has done nothing to you?
Yeah, but look how effective they were, though.
Yeah, it's very sad. They should have never backed down or anything. And they're like, oh, they announced the collaboration on Pride Month because this was back in June. It's nuts. These people are. They also said that J.K. Rowling was a Nazi, and then she's out murdering people in the streets. They literally said that. I was like, oh, I didn't know she had all this free time in her hand to go and just kill people.
It's all true. Yeah, it's all true.
Crazy.
Yeah. By the way, we have 3 minutes left to hit our Montez goal. Apparently, there's a countdown happening. John Helps says Super Mario 64 is the best Mario game. Changed my mind. Okay.
Correct.
Did he say Super Mario World? Is that what he said?
No. I think he said 64, right?
I'm pretty sure he said Mario World. Guy in Hemlock says, that's not how classics works. We'll argue forever on axioms. Anyways, let's hit the Montez goal. Let's go. All right. Well, we got 2 minutes to do it. Heck says they should remake Ocarina of Time. They already did it on 3DS. It looked fantastic. Yes. But that was a decade plus ago now at this point. Like that game looks like dog shit compared to what it could look like today. Let's just be real. Guy came in with 10, says, hey, let's stink and go. Why not? We're now at 19. And Art School Dropout says, with the 10, says, I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Look at all those games and how they all look and play drastically different to now, where most games are the same with different polish. I think there is a lot of truth in that.
They play identically.
Those old school games?
Yeah, look, are you talking about, we're talking about like the N64? Because I would say that those games are the exact same nowadays.
Well, no, but he's saying the games back then had more variety, and now everything is like.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
And let's go. Shady Duck came in with a 10, and so did Chaos Gnome John came in with a 10, and that means we hit our Montez goal today. Leaflit.
Uma Musume.
What do you give me here? Pick a number between 1 and 9.
The Uma Musume one.
I don't have that.
I'm gonna ask every single time. Chat, bug him every single time. Bug him every single time until it comes back.
Did you say you want Growl? You did.
Bitch! I'm dead!
That one's brutal.
I know, it's awesome. So that's from a game called Growl, and I mentioned yesterday on the show. There's this Leaflet. There's this spectacular arcade that is right next to me that just opened in the last couple months. It's legitimately the best arcade I've ever seen. I showed it off yesterday on stream. It has 350 plus games that are just arcade games. It's spectacular. Anyways, I was doing a walkthrough of it the first time I went in, and one of the guys, the managers, was walking me through because I was like, we got to do an event here. And I was like, you guys have Growl? And they had Growl. And he goes, yeah, we put it on the floor. And I know some people object to the game because whatever. I was like, why do people object to the game? He's like, because you hit women in it. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like it's literally
quality.
It's literally the first thing you do in the game. Well, it's not awesome that you hit women in the game, but I'm just saying it's spectacular. The game is great. As a matter of fact, I'd like to show you some of this game really quick that is referenced here. Let me just show you this to you because this game is so good. And I know we're up against it. I get it, right? But you can't stop Growl. Here we go. This is the actual arcade gameplay from it. Get it queued up. This is the menu, the insert coin. Starts up. Here we go. Come on now. Let's get to it. Okay.
Look at those badasses.
So pay attention to the very first enemy that you fight in this game. Okay? This is the issue people have with it.
Dead, you scum!
You won't get away with this.
We actually threw a grenade at you. I mean, it seems self-defense. Yeah, it's a clear-cut case.
I agree. Apparently, it's choppy going through. Listen, just go to YouTube, search Growl gameplay, and go to a minute 10 seconds in. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: Growl gameplay. Growl is one of the best beat 'em ups you've ever seen. It's so freaking good, so stinking good. There's a point where a elephant you saved hits a tank and it destroys the tank. It's total environmentalist slop, but it's phenomenal. I love it. All right. Hey, give it up for look at this right here. Saint came in with 10. Just says hi. Hey. Thanks, Saint. What's that, Blabs? You sound like you're underwater.
Why?
Oh, there you go. That's better. All right. Okay. Great place to wrap. Everyone go watch and play some Growl. It's a great video game. All right. Leaflet, where can everybody find you?
Twitch.tv/Leaflit, but I really do want to push my game. If you like tabletop RPGs, rpg.angelsword.com.
I hear it's really good.
A lot of people like it. I think we have like a lot of players. We update every
I think
2
that's
weeks.
so cool that you made that. Props to you. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We wanted to make like a kind of video game style where like we do patches, so we actually update the game like a real, like an actual like video game. Yeah, it's all online too. You don't have to buy any books or anything. It's all free to play.
Like, how many people are playing this?
A lot.
like thousands, tens of thousands.
Well, so there's like you can play. I mean, it's hard to gauge like how many people play it with their friends, right? That'd be like saying how many people play D&D at home, right? But for the like MMO campaign that we have, which is like you can join like a canon campaign that's like kind of a persistent world. That one has over 130 players ish already, which is like pretty big for like that.
Hell
kind
yeah,
of game.
that's great. Love it. Well, so you're saying there's more people playing that than there are playing Growl right now?
Probably.
Probably.
We're probably playing literally right now.
That's the benchmark.
Yes, if your game has more players than Growl from 1989, then you're doing pretty damn good.
Doing our best.
I love it. Congratulations, Leaflit. All right, great place to wrap, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, when we're having a good show. Who's with us tomorrow, Blabs?
So Arch was scheduled, but he cannot make it due to some other obligations. So you, me, and the movies, Eric will be here. So double the Eric this week.
Ooh, the Rabble Wrangler showing up. Gonna be a good one. All right, guys, go check out Leaflit's game. Link is down below. Appreciate you guys popping in. Thanks for hitting the Montez goal today. Outstanding stuff. Get outside, touch some grass, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Do not let them. You guys got a goal. Go fucking get it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, when we're back at it again. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Phoenix, you going to fart or what?
I did.